Hey, this is a document about Abraham Lincoln, so please be quiet. Thank you. Abraham Lincoln received many death threats once he became the President of the United States, but he didn't worry about them too much because he was more focused to be the President of the United States. Also, he convinced himself that if a man were ever going to kill him, they would have already. But you never know. Abraham Lincoln could have been a robot and he could have had no feelings. Moving on, Abraham Lincoln was a peaceful man. Unless you think the movie Vampire Hunter 2012 was a true story. Because even though he was in the Civil War, he didn't want any bloody work. For example, one time a South spy was caught and Abraham Lincoln removed the death threats from him. Even though Abraham Lincoln was on the North side during the Civil War. Abraham Lincoln also had a son, and his son's name was Willie. Willie wasn't his only son, though. But Willie was his son that died. Willie died at a young age and left Abraham Lincoln and his wife depressed. But one day, Abe felt like getting over Willie's death. So he decided to go to a play at Ford's Theater. And the play was American Cousin. Fortunately for him, we know this was a very bad mistake for him. But when Abe got to the theater, he sat next to his wife, and he also sat next to Ulysses Grant and his wife, even though Abe went to a play and he was the President of the United States. He wanted an old-fashioned rocking chair out of all the chairs in the world. Later, during the play, Abe got a chill, which some people who love the supernatural world of crazy things and just ordinary people think this is a signal that something bad is going to happen. But Abe's door to his booth was unlocked, and his bodyguard was on the bottom floor watching the play, because he is bad at his job, obviously. But a person named John Cena! No, editor, that's the wrong John. I meant John Wilkes. Sorry. It's fine. He opened the door to Abe's booth, and he waited for the perfect moment to shoot Abraham Lincoln. And when he did, Abe lost his consciousness instantly. After Abe was shot, doctors came in and dragged him to a house across the street. And they worked on him for a little while, tried to get him to come back to life. Because the bullet, when it was shot, got shot behind his ear, and it got lodged in his right eye somewhere. Abraham Lincoln did groan a few times, but the doctors knew he would never regain consciousness. When Abraham Lincoln died, one of the doctors said, "Now he belongs to the ages," which means that he will go down in history of the United States. Some people believe that Abraham Lincoln told people about a dream where he had to walk through the White House with people crying in it, but he couldn't find people who were crying. So he was walking into the White House, and he went into the east wing of the White House, and he found people in there, and he saw a dead body on the ground, and he asked who was it, and they said the president. People have said that that story has been told by Abraham Lincoln himself, but we don't know for sure. Also about Abraham Lincoln, his funeral was actually held in the east wing of the White House, which is very interesting. Abraham Lincoln was carried to Illinois on a train because Illinois was where he was born, and that's where they were going to bury him. Also, the secret stuff from Abraham Lincoln's pocket that was told to be opened at 1976 was opened in 1976. And why 1976 is a very special year for the United States is because it is the 200th anniversary of the United States of America, 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 America. And that is why Abraham Lincoln gets a documentary